Uh-huh. Is there a plan behind that?
Well, kind of. There are certain things that are... It speeds things up a little bit if I start off with this area.
Anti-Soul Mysteries Lab. Okay.
Anti-soul.
Got some good camera angles here, I see.
This is Devil May Cry 1 experience. Walking towards the camera.
Should we really emulate the flaws of the game we're ripping off, sir? Yes! Rip it all off.
Well, it wouldn't be too surprising because it really seemed like, well, since this was done after Symphony of the Night and I now have to switch over to 3D and everything, I sort of get the idea that the people that were developing this really were sort of having trouble figuring out what the hell they were supposed to do.
I like how these ghost knights are dropping dollars.
They were still called Thaler back then. Literally just a dude on fire.
We're already getting towards recourse.
Oh no, your no-hit run is ruined!
Why didn't you block it?
You have learned a new combo extension. Keep hammering on square. Welcome to Dynasty Warriors.
Your new combo, square, 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 and square.
Yeah, the thing is probably more due to my lousy memory and poor sense of direction. It is a bit easy to get lost in here, but thankfully, like the other Castlevania games, it does have a map.
Did you just go backwards?
Nope. The corridors just look exactly the same.
Oh.
Well, then I guess it's at least good to hear that I'm not the only one that's having trouble keeping track of where the hell I'm going.
Now we're up against the Frost Zombies. Next will be the Wind Zombies. And then finally the most dastardly, the Earth Zombies. They're still buried.
The Iron Zombies. Is there a new type of skeleton there?
Well, there are a lot of skeleton variations here.
One's with 204 bones, one's with 205 bones, one with 206 bones. Now we're fighting Agni and Rudra.
Oh, just acting times 3, honestly.
Rudra is on break. Hey, look at that, we picked up sub-weapons.
Hey, I remember those from Castlevania games.
Those were a thing.
Do you have the hurt in this game?
No. It's only the, once you I think it's only the sub-weapons that you had in the original Castlevania games, so the knife, the axe, the cross, and
Stopwatch?
actually, I don't think the stopwatch is in this one either.
Wow.
Probably would have been pretty difficult to figure out how in the hell they were going to do that one. So instead they put in the crystal.
What else is gonna be useless as hell? What other sub-weapon is going to be useless as hell then?
As far as I know, they did put in a crystal.
Yeah.
I read in the Wikipedia article that apparently Lament of Innocence featured in a large scientific work where they analyzed religion's place in video games. And their comment was that the cross and holy water were the only items of religion noticeable in the game, despite the fact that the main character apparently worked as a crusader previously, and said that that was also all the comfort that religion offered. So they went into detail there apparently and tried to figure out if it was some sort of meaningful commentary that whips are better than God, or if it was just a coincidence that, hey, maybe the designers just didn't care that much.
Maybe the message was they was awesome.
So if you get too close to those door locks, does a big red hand come out and slap you? Yes,
Yeah, like in the other Castlevania games, these red skeletons, you can't kill them.
Hey, there was an Axe Knight. Oh, tiny Axe Knight.
See, all the vampires need to do is basically just raise an army of red skeletons and then they can conquer the world.
Yeah, but red skeletons just run back and forth on edges.
But what if you make like a really long, just flat area and you let them loose, and then you'll have to walk from one end to the other, and then you make sure that that is the battlefield you always fight on.
Maybe you could use your chaos powers to get a fire truck and you put the red zombies on the ladder.
Just extend it towards the enemy.
Yeah.
Take this.
Oh hey, and more ancient texts.
Just lying around.
The ancient post-it memo.
I need to write down a reminder for me so that I can get through that puzzle. I know, let's be incredibly cryptic.
Memo to self. What does anti-soul mean?
What
Not
are
quite
we-
sure.
What are we even doing here, y'all?
That is the anti-soul mystery. What are we even doing here?
It's umbrella-style research. You just let people travel around the world and pick up stupid stuff, and then they come back and inject it in these animals to see what happens.
Dr. Axe Knight. What do you have to say about the anti-soul mystery?
Yes, a very valid point.
Dr. Red Skeleton, do you have anything good as well? Yes, yes.
He's a good worker, never stops.
Just collapses for like 10 seconds and he's back up.
Then knock him down, but he gets back up again. That's what I like in a researcher. Is that Baphomet on the floor of this room?
I'm honestly not sure.
Then we just disproved that entire, article talking about.
Oh yeah, here's another new enemy, the Astral Warriors. They can teleport.
Astral Warriors. Oh, Astral.
The ass trail warriors. They have a bad case of diarrhea.
I thought we were fighting really peasant robots.
And also,
hey.
apparently you can, you apparently don't actually start out with a parry.
Oh, hey, you're not Royal Guard style.
I think you mean perfect guard.
Perfect Guard style.
And yeah, you can, no, you did it right if you get perfect when you block.
It literally says perfect.
That's all it does, and this is perfect.
Well, then you probably also get MP and hearts even if you parry regular attacks.
It just makes you feel better about yourself.
It's a Beatmania style ranking system. Awful. Okay. Good. Great. Awesome. Perfect. I do like that we apparently save our game as a giant floating ball of Quicksilver.
Sweetest of the colloidal metals.
Yeah, this is another thing that they did in this game. There are certain doors in each area where you need a specific key. And they're all pretty much based on those, think, or animals. You know, the red, white, green, and whatever the hell.
Yeah.
I think it has something to do with Chinese mythology or something.
Yeah, the four divine animals.
Maybe with whatever Maria uses.
Yup.
So hellhounds can apparently turn into shadows and slide across the floor.
Apparently.
Is that what hellhounds do?
You can turn into tar hounds.
Travel at the speed of darkness.
The speed of tar.
Not quite as tactically useful as you would think.
If you can do it long enough.
Come and get you. Get you. Larry, you made it like 5 inches in the last 2 years. Come and get you.
A steady advance. And here is Dr. Axe Knight giving his lecture on anti-soul.
Dissertation on axing.
As you can see, Leon is rebutting in a bit.
Allow me to offer a counterpoint, he said, and threw 40 daggers.
Let me just brush aside your argument. And he blocks. Oh yeah, another Mercury ball. Are these safe rooms in Curse of Darkness as well?
I don't
Like
know, wasn't it just a regular chair in Curse of Darkness? Something like that?
Sure if I remember. I remember a safe room like that from somewhere.
Well, hell, I'm not really sure. It's been a while since I played Curse of Darkness. The only thing I can really remember about that game is that it's got this weird fixation with chairs.
Yeah, that was pretty great.
Oh no! You were bitten by a hanged man. So did they like transfer some sort of infection or...
I'm honestly not sure, but I think there's at least some kind of zombie that is able to poison you.
After you've been on the Crusades a few times, you're kind of immune to all that.
Okay, not really sure what happened there.
They were too fast to...
Command input.
The hanged man had good option selects. Knew where you were landing.
Triple pile driver input.
Got a bottle of LSD, aka the high potion.
AKA the anti-soul mystery.
Platforming time!
Hey,
worst.
there's those flowers down there.
Oh hey,
Yeah, but first we're gonna go through this. These doors, they're essentially the boss doors.
Ah.
looks more like a pirate holds gate to me.
So yeah, this is one of the optional bosses.
Minotaur. Or no, this... A flame elemental, you say? Okay. This guy looks like business.
Yeah. How many health bars does he have? Because I'm seeing another health bar underneath there.
He only has 2. Speaking of health, I should probably pop a potion.
Take a quick sippy.
This guy doesn't look... He looks like kind of fun to fight.
There's no flame lurker.
There's no phantom.
Yeah, I'd say probably his most dangerous attack is the one where he jams his sword into the ground and it's the fire just jumps out, because problem is there's a lot of, I don't know,
The one
a lot
that
of delay
he's
after
standing
you've
right now.
actually done an attack, so while he's still doing that animation, I'm essentially trying to dodge, but it's taking him quite a while to actually do that. And I
was
end
a
up
bit
getting hit.
surprised how smooth Leon's animations are. They look pretty nice, honestly. And this game also made how short is the PlayStation 2's life again?
No, did the PlayStation 2 last for quite a while? I think it was only recently discontinued.
Yeah.
It's kind of embarrassing.
No, how could I be bested by a human?
So what do we get for that?
We get a flame whip.
Oh,
Hey, so that's why I took this pass.
so we already have the third tier of weapon. Or at least until we die.
Yeah, now I'm gonna have to take damage here because that doesn't really work out too well, but there's a neat little thing these things do. If there's... Let's see. Bit difficult to see with the camera angle.
To see where this is going.
Well, didn't really help with the camera angle there, but the thing is, if you take damage, those plant things pretty much start yucking it up.
Didn't those plants used to have naked ladies in them?
Now you're thinking of another type of enemy. There were also regular flowers that just simply, opened up and sprouted spores.
It was a lady in they generally called Aldraun. But that was a skeleton flower right there, because...
Flowers are skeletons.
Also, just so you know, it's really hard to do those jumps with the camera in this game.
Yeah, I could tell.
The Devil May Cry 1 to 3 experience. Oh hey, the bone flower is back.
Yeah, enemies respawn.
They drank their milk. Bones grow back fast.
Here's another enemy.
Oh, it's the Cyclops. Oh wait, sorry, Red Ogre.
So how much of a damage upgrade is the Fire Whip, roughly?
I actually never really paid much attention to that, but I think there's at least somewhat of an improvement over the regular whip.
And is the
it
next
does kind of depend on the enemy, since some of them are more weak to fire than others.
is the next boss going to be Fire Elemental?
Not really.
Oh.
I honestly just simply go with this route first because I can pretty much get the Fire Whip, and one of the other elemental bosses is essentially ice, so that gives me a bit of an advantage once I get to that.
You got the yellow dragon key.
The yellow holy beast. So is that big circle there on the map where the box is?
Yes. But the thing is, I actually need a key item in order to actually be able to find it, which we'll find out soon.
You need the anti-soul mystery.
No, the anti-soul mystery is never solved.
Oh,
It
would
remains
be-
a mystery.
that would be great if we had to solve it to progress.
Leon just waltzes into the lab and just solves the mystery that they have been working for hundreds of years to solve. Because he's a protagonist, so he just has superpowers like that.
You see him in a white coat, some beakers, looking intensely.
It's simple, he says, and pours some goat piss into the mixture. Suddenly, gold.
What was that?
The Arc Decree.
Well, Do you remember that one ancient text that mentioned the tapestry?
Yep.
No.
Well, that's what they were talking about.
You should totally jump into tapestries, bro.
I'm not used to that. I know about jumping into paintings, but not tapestries.
Get out of here, Voldo, you're drunk.
I mean, could you imagine the size of the mice in a tapestry? Mice look pretty scary up close.
Well, to be fair, most things that are too small for the eye to see look absolutely horrifying when scaled up enough to be visible. It's basically a side effect of tiny creatures.
And here are the interns. Guarding that one superposition.
It's the result of our soul mystery research.
Hey, don't take a research material. That's my thesis. I can't graduate without that.
I really want to leave.
I'm sick of this dumbass mystery.
This stupid lab with its nonsensical layout, I get lost every day.
One day I accidentally jumped into the painting.
It took me several days to figure out how to get out. At least now we have the power of God.
The first for me.
Oh hey, references to golems. Because a golem is made alive by writing MS on its forehead.
I think that
Hebrew.
Leon is completely cool with
Yup.
magic.
So why do you do that? Well, because if you then use your thumb to squish the mud over the Hebrew letter for E, it becomes meth, which means death, and so the golem will fall down. It's basically a security device. Because golems can be a bit temperamental.
Yeah, golems, they really hate those dumbass buns. When you squeeze the eel, it just goes, and drops dead from shame.
Oh god. Cat, please. Not again.
Golems are very serious creatures.
Well, let's see if
They are though.
I'll have any better luck with this.
Oh hey, can you beat the giant arm records?
Apparently not, because I already screwed it up.
Oh god, it's shiny. I think I know your next job then.
That should be a thing, the giant record. Just see how long time it takes for the giant bomb guy to get through a given section in a video game. And then you just have a speedrun tournament to see how much it can be improved upon.
Well, at least I managed to find a hidden item.
You found some shortcake! And I'm sure that it's perfectly fine. Just, yeah.
See, in the walls of Castlevania, all foodstuffs are perfectly preserved.
Yeah.
Because it takes some while to get to the dining room all across the castle, though. Dracula just cast that spell for, convenience sake.
Yeah, pretty much. I do like that comic though. It starts with Dracula looking out the window and go, "Egad, Spellmont! He approaches. I must prepare." And then there is, in the second panel, is just him standing with some brick and mortar and go, "There we go. The meat has been secured."
And you never know when you're walking to your castle and you just feel like a snack.
So you just punch the wall open.
Yes, just punch like a column of marble away and get the meat inside.
Would have been better just, have, I don't know, balls of fruit or something.
Well, then the minions can get at them. And do you think that they are going to like Dracula enough not to fuck with his food?
Dracula just comes out. Yesterday, I put 5 bananas, 3 pears, and 2 apples into this bowl. Today I come out, and all that's left is a single banana. Now I'm not pointing fingers, but I would very much appreciate if whoever ate my fruit stayed full.
What about you, Golem?
So, with all due respect, Golem does not actually have a mouth or a digestive system. Turns out that it was Golem.
Just put it in his mouth hole.
He brought it up to his room and used it to draw some stilleben from. Golem is very artistic. He is a pained soul.
He just squished it into juice and then used the juice to paint it.
Oh no! The floor fell away!
Oh, no,
Yeah, that's pretty much one of those areas we won't actually be able to do just yet. There's a
Only
specific
that's-
relic that allows us to run faster.
Well, you had some sort of run upgrade, I was gonna say.
You need the red shoes.
You need this shine spark.
Let me just run through this room full of enemies. Yes, sorry, excuse me. Passing through.
Well, that's also one of the big problems of this game. There isn't really all that much reason to stop and fight every single enemy you come across due to the fact that, you know, the only thing you get out of it is some extra attack combos and everything, but if first couple already work well enough, then there isn't really all that much point in bothering with it.
Shining?
Oh, I see. Something happened there for a moment.
What was that only thing we were talking about?
Hold on a sec. Just gonna have to assume that something went wrong, so...
Yep, because everything stopped for a few moments. And the stream is now frozen as well on my end.
Oh, so it's not just... not refreshing then.
Okay, I'll just go ahead and check. Okay. Now it seems to claim we're alive again, so... Yeah, I have no idea what just happened there. I mean, I did hear the sound effect of... I don't know, that something went wrong, but... apparently decided not to actually, you know, mention what exactly happened.
The anti-soul mystery.
Time for some Red Bull ads. Did you know that you can now get Red Bull in cranberry, lime, and blueberry flavors?
You know that you can now get Red Bull in less disgusting flavors.
Did you know that the flavors are actually all still disgusting?
We're speaking relatively here.
Did you know that if you're going to drink an energy drink, Red Bull is probably the absolute worst choice you could make? It's terrible.
I don't know, but I can remember my brother seemed to like it.
Well, then I suggested you branch out and try some good ones instead.
I don't know, as far as I know, he does like Red Bull, but he seems to be more of a fan of, I don't know, iced tea or something.
The best one that I know of is one that I know for a fact is sadly unique to Sweden. Franks.
I don't know.
It's a-
So yeah, just to be sure, the stream's back on?
Yep, everything is running fine. And you gain 5 viewers.
Hey!
But yeah, Franks is amazing. The problem is that it's made by a relatively small brewery outside of Uppsala here in Sweden, and
Met.
E-math. Add ecstasy to your math and you get gold. Hey, I remember this boss from Blockbuster. Oh shit. Evil red eyes. So what you do now, of course, is that you run up and then you just smash the...
Oh no.
Wait, why would you do...
Yeah. There's also, this game also offers a, as you might have noticed, that main menu where you'll be able to listen to all of the various bits of music that's in the game. And one interesting thing about it is that with all of them, there's also a comment for each of them by the composer, Michiru Yamane. One thing that's rather interesting is that the theme here for the Golem boss, he specifically mentions that even though the Golem looks rather imposing and everything, she actually finds his actual movements to be kind of cute.
Rampaging Baby, the boss.
I don't wanna get up.
Please meth me again.
I wish I was nuts.
Breaking Bad is a bad influence on young golems.
Yeah, this is one of the few bosses that actually has 3 health bars, technically.
Now I reveal my true form. Oh, that was a big punch there. Yeah, Rocket Fist. Nice. I like it.
Chain fist.
So, time to use the cross, maybe?
Yeah, possibly.
Maybe you should use some of that MP you have there.
I don't think it actually will be able to reach high enough.
Aha, there you go. Just stand on it. Stand with your flaming feet on top of his weak point. Yeah, the crosses work.
Ooh, what is this desperation do? The purple fist attack.
That's the name of my special move in real life. The Purple Fist. You learned an even longer square combo.
Yeah, but the thing is, that's the one I can do in the air.
Yeah.
And the thing is about attacks in the air, it's essentially the exact same animation if he just attacks while on the ground.
Yep, you can tell that he's even standing on some sort of invisible platform while he does it.
That is years of training.
That core strength, though.
It reflexively takes the pose he would on the ground.
Yeah, what's also pretty handy is that when you defeat the boss, you also get a little platform where you can teleport straight back to Ronaldo's house.
And you apparently start outside his door with your back to the door.
You've done well.
Why
to
did I
back.
come here?
Is there anything you need?
How
would
can
you like
I
today?
beat a golem?
You have done well to come back.
Would you like anything else? Is this fine? Would you like anything else?
Oh hey, it's a stone mask.
Oh shit.
Is
Put it
this
on,
fine?
Leon.
Would you like anything else?
Put it on.
I'm gonna need a couple of other things first. I should be able to do that pretty soon, actually, because...
Is this fine? Yes, certainly. Is that all?
Use this magical ticket to
Don't
be
push yourself
teleported
too
to
hard.
Ronaldo's house.
But yeah, now would probably be a good time to actually show something else off.
Yeah?
Which is actually a little bit odd, but... Shouldn't take too long
If
to
you
get there.
check the back room of Ronaldo's store, you find the remains of dozens of killed and mutilated humans. What a weird little Easter egg.
Also, every time you kill a boss and come back here, one of the orbs light up.
If you look in Gandalf's secret closet, you find this undershirt.
Now, what I want to show off here is that apparently this was actually a little bug, which they did fix in the European release, but since this is based off the US version, I think it is if you stand at this particular spot here, facing that way, and then you go to your menu to the item list, and every item you highlight, it gets duplicated.
Whoa. What the hell would even cause this?
I have no idea.
Most likely, since it's in the first offer room from the starting area, is that it was actually an intended just a debug thing, so that they could test out the items and make to equip the beta testers and general QA folks with everything they might need to survive upcoming fights, and then they just get rid of it.
So are we going to eat all those 9 opals now?
Just shove them up your bum.
Actually, no,
Eat-
there's another reason
eat-
I bought those things.
Eat 9
Welcome
shortcakes.
back.
The thing
Would you like
is,
today?
the opals, they don't really have that much use in the game. They're essentially really only there either to sell off to Ronaldo for lots of cash, or there is a specific relic that you'll be able to use in order to that crushes those things in order to do all sorts of special attacks. But I have no idea what they are since I never bought it with it.
Oh.
But I essentially just sell off 8 of these things, make sure that I at least still have one left, and that's pretty much how I get a crapload of gold by the end.
So that's why you had so much money on your save. You little cheater, you.
Is
Well,
that
to be
all?
honest,
What would you like?
would you bother with all this? I mean, it would take way too long the regular way.
Dude, it's
Is
me.
this fine? Yes, certainly.
You saw him stream horse.
Is this fine? Would you like anything else?
If grinding gold was a possibility IRL, I would totally
Is
do
that
it.
all?
Especially if you
Back
just
soon.
stand in a specific spot and highlight your items.
If there was a specific spot in the world I could travel to and just take something out of my pocket and it would just whoop, create a copy in my other hand, yes. I would spend a lot of time there.
But yeah, might as well head
Yes.
back to the castle. And of course, you know, equip the Jade Mask and renounce our humanity.
Yes. I'm going to stop being human.